Welcome. My name is Michael Brown. I'm a spiritual life coach, a law of attraction teacher, and a breakthrough facilitator. Today I'd like to give you a tool that I call a contrasting tool. And this is a tool that can be used to help you if you find yourself constantly thinking about things that you don't want or thinking negative thoughts. This tool can help you to transition or to contrast or transform those thoughts of what you don't want and focusing on what you don't want and transforming it into what you do want. Because as we know in the law of attraction, that whatever we pay attention to, whatever we focus our attention and our energy on, that is what we attract to ourselves. So it's okay to know what you don't want, because you can leverage that, and you can use knowing what you don't want, you can leverage it and use it to getting clear on identifying what it is you do want. Because when you know what you don't want, what you want is probably, or it's usually, just the opposite of that. So this simple tool can help you to do that. Let me show you how this works. So what I want you to do is get a pen and a blank piece of paper. And then draw a line down the middle of the piece of paper like this. And on the top left-hand side of the paper, you put down, I don't want, or I don't like. And then on the right-hand side, you put down, I want, or I like. Now again, we're starting out by focusing on what we don't want or what we don't like. And we're only using this to temporarily focus on this for the purposes of contrasting and getting clear on what it is we do want. So that's the intention in doing this. So what you can begin to do is you can begin to think, you can use this for any area of your life you want to. You can use it for your career, or for your relationship, or your business, or whatever it is. If you're noticing and you're finding that you're focusing on what you don't want in these areas, then you start out with this list right here. A popular one that people often put down is, I'll use one as an example to see how you can see how this work is. I don't want to be in debt. So when you look at this, and if you notice, if this is true in your life now, that you're focusing your attention on not wanting to be in debt, and all of your energy goes into it, and you think about the bills you have, and you're focused on getting out of debt, then the opposite of this would be something like, I want abundance. Or I want financial abundance. You get the picture here? It seems like it's the same thing, but it's actually very different. There's a big difference between focusing on not wanting debt as opposed to focusing on wanting financial abundance. Let's look at another example. One example that I find that people often pick is, I don't want to be sick. So the opposite of not wanting to be sick would be, I want to be healthy. Or I want optimal health. You get the idea here? So another example of this could be in relationships. Often people will put down, I don't want to argue with my spouse. So what would be the opposite of that? The opposite of not wanting to argue with your spouse would be, I want to get along with my spouse. Get the idea here? Again, it seems like it's the same thing, but it's very different. If you're focusing your energy and attention on not wanting to argue with your spouse, it's a big difference between focusing your attention on your energy and getting along with them. I know it can seem like it's the same thing, but it's very different. It's very different. Let's try one for I don't like. Popular one is I don't like my job. So what's the opposite of not liking your job? I like my job. Or maybe I love my job. Now maybe you don't like your job, or that doesn't feel real for you because you don't like it. But the idea here is to shift your focus. Because if you shift your focus onto liking your job, a few things may happen. Either you may actually start liking your job, or you might find another job that you like more than that one. But this is a process. This is the first process of beginning to identify what you want and moving in that direction. And this process will help you with that. Once you've done this, and you have a complete list of things that you want or things that you like, what you can do is you take the piece of paper and you cut the piece of paper down the middle with a pair of scissors and take all the things that you don't want and you don't like, and then I encourage you to either burn it or to tear it up and throw it away. But what's important is that when you get rid of it, you want to get rid of it in a way that kind of honors it or thanks it. So you say, thank you so much, things that I don't want and things that I don't like, for helping me to become clear on what it is I do want. And the reason why this is important is because if you offer resistant energy to the things you don't want, if you're throwing it away and trying to get rid of it and saying no to it, you can actually be giving it energy and increasing it. So as you burn it, or as you let it pass on, make sure you do it in a way that honors it. You're thanking it. Thank you so much. Send it on its way. Send it love. And then you have your list of things that you want. And you can begin to work with this list right here, either by putting it up in a place that you see every day, or you can read it to yourself every day. And the idea is you're focusing your attention, your energy on this. And this is a first process in a series of processes that I use to help you in identifying whatever it is your true heart's desire is. There's a next process after this that's called peeling back the layers, and then another one after that that's called energizing your heart's desire using envisioning statements, and then the next one is using an inspired action plan. So this is just the beginning, but it's an important part in getting clear on what it is that you want to manifest. So what I want to invite you to do now, if you're not already there, is to go to my website at www.changeyourlifecoaching.com. Fill out the form for your free 30-minute breakthrough coaching session with me. Enter your name, your number, and your email address. If you're ready to have a breakthrough in your life, in your career, in your relationship, or in your business, then fill out that form, and I'll call you back. I look forward to talking to you soon. Peace and blessings.